Welcome back to the channel and to another dose of 5 things you might not know. This, as always, is the 101. So this one is episode number 31, but as always, if you have missed any of the previous episodes, then check them out in the series playlist, link on the screen. And once again, here we go, this time episode 31 of 5 things you might not know about WWE 2K17. So today's episode kicks off with some audio references of superstars no longer in the series. These take place when playing as Sin Cara and features 3 former WWE superstars, including RVD, Rey Mysterio, and Jimmy Snuka.
Thinking about it now, I'd have to agree with you, King. Sin Cara's awe-inspiring aerial assault certainly rivals that of Jimmy Snuka, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, and the other greats that have taken to the sky here in WWE.
Obviously, kind of a small thing, but still a nice touch if you're a fan of any of those superstars, and just a more general, smaller thing that you might not be aware of. Now, last episode we featured the Randy Orton DDT and its multiple potentially lesser known animations. And this time on this episode, a similar thing again, only this time featuring the DDT by Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, unlike most moves in the game that feature a regular animation as well as a timed animation, this move actually features 4. So you firstly get this animation when you hit the move against an opponent that has regular damage. But if your opponent has severe damage, you actually get to see this slightly different animation. Also, when hitting the move in a fatigue state, you again get to see 2 more slightly different animations. There is this one which features a more generic tied animation when against a moderately damaged opponent. However, if you hit the move in a tired state against a severely damaged opponent, you instead get to see this more unique tied animation. Moving on with thing number 3 today, and from Jake the Snake we are now going to the Godfather. So of course, what we do know is that the Godfather came to this year's game via the Hall of Fame DLC pack. But what you might not know is that he also comes to the game with an extra winning animation. So by default, you'll have this winning scene that features the Godfather solo. However, if you select this one in the victory section, there is an alternative version that comes fully complete with his trademark hose. Thing number 4 today features a thing that you might not know about the NXT Arena. So as nice as the NXT Arena might be, a thing that you might not know is that you actually can't play a Hell in a Cell match when using it, as when setting up the match, the NXT Arena is simply not selectable. This, however, is not the case on the last gen version, because due to the lack of the updated commentary area, the Hell in a Cell match in the NXT Arena is still possible on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Finally today, our 5th and final inclusion, we're again covering some more potentially lesser known super heavyweight animations. So this includes some more of the basic ones, including when a super heavyweight climbs a ladder, which as you can see differs slightly from a regular superstar, as well as when being attacked when on the top rope, which is potentially lesser known due to the fact that normally super heavyweights generally aren't set to actually go to the top rope. In addition to this one, like you see when dragging a super heavyweight over the barricade. Also, there is different animations for this year's newly added ladder bridge, which sees not only a different animation when lifting the larger opponent onto it, but also the super heavyweight choke that happens instead of the regular head smash. There is also the super spinebuster OMG moment that again differs from the slightly regular version when a regular superstar does it, as opposed to this version done by a super heavyweight. Finally, there is this one, the Singapore cane shot, which yes, we have covered previously, but still, as you can see, as it's so awesome, why not take another look? But all in all, nothing too major, but still some pretty badass animations involving super heavyweights that you simply might not be aware of. But once again, that brings an end to another episode, which now takes the series total to 155 things. So let me know in the comments if any of today's feature 5 things were new for you. Plus, as always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, which hopefully you have, then a like rating would be awesome to see. Stay tuned for another new episode of this series coming to the channel very, very soon. And with that said, until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.